All right, good afternoon. You're welcome to the second session of our video. Um, in the previous class, we did a brief introduction of what a website entails, where I explained what is a website, types of websites, where you have corporate, portfolio, e-commerce, blog, categories of websites, static and dynamic, front end, back end, client side, server side, the editors where I said we have Notepad, Notepad plus plus, and the like. So the tools for creating websites, HTML and CSS. HTML means the hypertext, hypertext markup language. Okay, the hypertext markup language, and the this is the language we use to create the basis, the foundation of each and every web page. Okay, this is the language or the editor we use, not editor, sorry, the language we use to create the structure, the skeleton of our web pages. All right. And then we have CSS. It's CSS we use to beautify it, to make it have colors. Okay, so every um, our sample page, the website we'll be trying to work on. Let me just open it, and I'll show us that every single color you get to see, every single color you get to see, every positioning is done with CSS. Okay, every fine blue color, everything is done with the cascading style shade. Okay, so we would begin to try to replicate what we have. We want to replicate what we have here as we progress. Okay, so I'll be using the text editor, which is known as the Visual Studio Code. I'll be using the Visual Studio Code, which is one of the best text editors we have today. Okay, and I'll just quickly open mine. It's going to bring out what I was working on before, but I need something new. New window. Okay, fresh work. All right, so trying to set up my VS Code. So I need a new file. I need a. Oh, let me just create something on my desktop in case some of us would find it difficult to get our environment ready from VS Code. So I have a new folder. Then I'll call it my site. Okay. I already have one, so I'll call it site two, in whichever case. All right, so I'll go to my VS Code. I'll put my VS Code, Visual Studio Code given to us by Microsoft, and then I'll create my index.html. Okay, this is the convention for first pages that you work on your website, because every server tends to look for the index.html file, and then everything we've connected gets to pop up. Index.html is the conventional finding for sites you're working on. All right, good. So we'll need to get our structure ready, our structure for HTML. I'm using shortcuts. So the title, I'm changing it to my first site, my first website. Please take note of everything I'm doing. Okay, let me just get this up and running, then I would explain what's happening. So I would just need to display something, and I would say h1, then I would put inside my first web page. Now everyone should be able to download the extension known as live server so that you can use this functionality. So once I click on it, it's just going to bring out this little thing I've done on my default browser. So you can see that this part I'm hovering now is where my title corresponds to. All right, just need to shrink this a bit. Okay, so the title of my first website, this appears here. Then my body, or the body, starts from here where my mouse pointer is now. So everything in the head section, or the head part, it's going to be related in this particular place here, and everything in the body starts from here. So thank you very much. We'll continue in the next video.